So how do we cope with the grief? It's not easy, and these things don't happen all at once. But, you know, first you need to understand what type of grief you're experiencing. Educating yourself is always great. Talking to others, having support, not isolating, joining a group, seeking out counseling. Not everyone needs counseling after they lose someone or something. But these days, things have gotten so difficult with compounding factors to where sometimes people don't even know where to start. And starting small is sometimes where you need to, you know, begin. You know, it's like, I can't even eat. Well, let's look at your nutrition. If you can't eat because you're feeling poorly, guess what? Everything else is going to start shutting down. If I start overeating, guess what? My cholesterol goes up. I might be at risk for diabetes or any other chronic illness that I might have a propensity to. And then I'm not even going to go to the doctor because I'm feeling so poorly. Well, that's not helping yourself or anyone else or your family. You have people that have lost positions, that are sitting at home wondering if they're ever going to be able to get a job again, and, you know, shutting down, not looking anymore, and sometimes having arguments with their significant other. Children are being affected by the whole family system. I'm just giving an example, kind of building on that example. And they're not reaching out to others. You know, they're just isolating. That's not good. And sometimes you just need some help to move through the process. And one of the things that we, as mental health professionals, that we try to help people understand the most is that you're not going to just rely on coming to your sessions. Our hope is that you gain the skills and knowledge to be able to progress on your own, but not just that, have a support system that's able to help you. So even if it's just one trusted person, to where that person helps you get out of the house, that person is somebody that you can, you know, do things with. It just helps you so much more than isolating, because the isolating behavior or the risky behaviors or trying to be the life of the party and nobody even knows that you're hurting, it's not going to work. When I was going through my own grief process, I had support that I didn't even know that I was going to have. You know, at the time I was here, I just changed the contract and for a position, and I couldn't be there for my dad the way I would normally be there. I'm, you know, 3,000 miles away, but I had someone that came in, stepped in, and really took the reins and really acted as if I would have. And she was a cousin, and she didn't even have to do it. I didn't even have to ask her. But relationship helped that. You know, she had a relationship with him. She also had one with me, but she did that for me. And that helped me get through my process. And I was to move through. Now, not saying that I didn't grieve hard. I won't even say I'm finished grieving, but I'm able to recognize the good things. And that's one of the things I want to go to next is gratitude. You know, what are the things that we can learn from the grief, the pain, and the things that we've lost? Having the ability to see the bright side in things when we're going through all of this is not easy. But when we're on the other side or in the middle, we can start looking at, okay, what did they teach me? What would they have wanted me to know? If I lost my position, can I get a better one? Can I, you know, how can I start chasing my dreams? What skills do I have? Right now during COVID, you know, there have been some opportunities that have opened up for people. They were able to get small business loans or start selling some things they didn't know that they were going to be able to sell, but they had that skill set. I work with a lot of creatives, and, you know, like 6 months in, they started making a lot more money than they were making before. I've had people that, you know, lost their jobs and, you know, changed careers or were able to find something else, sometimes not as good as the one that they had, but they were able to find something. So in all of this, we do have to have hope. Sometimes the things that we've lost and the people that we've lost, we need to forgive some of the situations that, you know, in our own hearts, you know, how we felt about them or the pain that they might have inflicted upon us. Sometimes we grow from that pain. being able to forgive that, is something that helps us grow as well. And some of the things that we've found is that people have started saying, okay, you know what, I want to educate myself. I want to get in the community and start working towards, building and doing different things. So there's opportunities for growth even when we lose people. And sometimes that helps with legacy. That helps with honoring their death is by, trying to continue and keep things going. Each person is an individual. You can't say what they will or won't do. Sometimes people walk in and, I'm thinking one thing, and when they are done and they're telling me, and I'm like, wow, I didn't know you had all of that. I didn't know you had all of that in your history, because guess what? They held it back. Things that they should have been telling me, like early on, and we could have used it, but it's like, well, you told me now, and so now we can really go. And that's when things can open up. And I say that to say this, is that if you do seek a therapist, if you do, actually engage, make sure that it's someone that you identify with. And, it's just like going to a physician. If you feel like they aren't really helping you or treating you well, you find another one. Same thing. You don't have to just throw the baby out with the bathwater and just be like, well, I gave it a try and it didn't work. No. Move on to another one. And a lot of times it will be a good fit and you're able to process what you need to. You may only need 6 to 12 sessions, you may not need for the rest of your life. You just need to get through this grieving process or whatever process it is that you need to get through. But my things that you can utilize to be able to seek therapy, employment assistance programs. People don't utilize this benefit. Most people have it. You usually have 6 to 8 sessions and they're with therapists. I'm even on the EAP panel, and the person is able to go through. You can look on Psychology Today and see that person's name and see what it is that they, in their picture, and see what it is that they really are well versed in. And it might be a good fit for you. You try them and it's free. You've already paid for that benefit, or your employer provides that benefit. Your insurance benefits. Some of them are, like expanding. I know Teladoc is also doing it as well. And some Anthem Blue Cross are offering benefits. And then when we look at low cost counseling, say you don't have insurance, Open Path, those sessions can be $30 to $60 a session. Therapy for Black girls, BetterHelp, Loveland Foundation, Boris Henson Foundation, that's Taraji's initiative. You have school counselors for kids that are experiencing grief. A lot of times it's good to let the school counselors know what they are going through, because if they miss assignments or they're just not engaging, a lot of times they can, kind of give them some leeway or bring them in. Some schools have, school psychologists or clinical counselors within the school, or they can give you low cost options for therapy, because we do have kids that are grieving in schools. And a lot of times, it gets overlooked, because guess what? They come to school, they don't tell everybody they may have lost their mom or dad or their grandparent. And nobody even knows why they're acting out or why they're so sad. And we need to, at least identify and let someone know at the school. Hopefully you have somebody you can trust. Another way to educate yourself is through podcasts, literature, social media groups. You can go on apps. All of these different things to just try to engage in feelings, emotions, and you'd be surprised what it can open up when you start educating yourself.